Dear brothers and sisters, it's so nice to see you all back again on our channel Rise and Shine TV. And tonight we will continue talking about the sacred medicine of ayahuasca, where I will share my own experience with this beautiful medicine. But before we start, please click a like button and subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with all our latest classes, videos and meditations. Also, please comment below with any topic you want me to cover and if you would like to become a guest in our program. So tonight we will continue to talk about the sacred medicine of ayahuasca, and I want to share my own personal experience, what I got from this medicine and how it was for me. Tonight I will cover only most memorable moments. So let's start from my first ceremony, and for sure it was the most unforgettable one. When I went there, I went without any expectations, without reading anyone else's experience. I wanted all the experience to be my own, and it was absolutely worth it. I had like maybe 20 questions prepared, what I wanted to ask the sacred medicine, what I wanted to understand, and I was given the answers to all of it and even more and beyond. So let's cover the main points of my first ceremony. From the start, I was taken in a completely different dimension. The dimension we are not experiencing here, let's say on earthly planet, because our mind runs our reality. So once you switch off your mind, you are automatically taken to a dimension without space and time, and you understand that if to take out your mind, you're gonna be eternal. You're gonna be everywhere simultaneously at all times. There is no future and there is no past, because it all happens simultaneously. Only your thought process measures the time. The time does not exist. Same with the space. Everything is so interconnected. That's why we can feel each other on distance. That's why we can pick up each other's thoughts. And one of the very exciting things you can experience during the ceremony is that you're gonna actually hear what other people are thinking. And you can actually understand what they are going through without sharing any words. Also, it will help you to understand how little we use our mind, because the potential of our mind is limitless. Our mind is such a powerful instrument to experience this reality, but we use it just for this tiny little bit, and that's why we cannot comprehend, we cannot get downloaded all the information. That's why it can be so dangerous for us to know everything, how the universe works, about all the laws of the nature and the universe same time, because the capacity of our human mind on this stage of evolution is really little. So that's why we need to study all the time. That's why we need to be hungry for knowledge and grasp bit by bit the information and expand the capacity of our mind to understand this reality. So even if you were given all the information, it's just gonna make you crazy. Your mind at this point still cannot take it. Another interesting point the mind does is that it creates the boundaries between the worlds. The boundaries between the dimensions. So if not for the mind, the walls between our world and the astral would not exist. So once you're in the work, once you're in the ceremony, and your mind does not run your movie any longer, that the subconscious mind is already on the first plan, then you can start seeing the astral, you can start seeing the spirit, your spirit guides, your animal spirit guides. You can see all these beautiful bright pictures, you know, like if you're gonna Google ayahuasca ceremonies, you're gonna find a lot of paintings, a lot of drawings of spirit animals helping humans, healing them, all done in very luminous bright colors. And it is exactly what you're going to be experiencing during the ceremony. You will start seeing the astral, the other dimensions, you will start seeing and accepting that you are not alone. Here and now, you are not alone. There's so much hidden from your eyes. There's so much here that you cannot comprehend just with your physical eyesight. But there is a little downturn to that, that once you're going to start seeing the astral, once you're going to start seeing your spirit guides, they will start seeing you. And there's not only beings of light, there are also beings of darkness. And once you are exposed to that, it is a one-way ticket, and you must be prepared for that. You must be ready that from now on, you will be not alone, and you will be accompanied with these beings at all times. You will also start to understand that all these questions, how the world is created, why it is created, what for it is created, who created it, how it will gonna end, where it all starts, that's all the questions of your mind. Once you're in the other state, it all doesn't matter. It's all just for fun. It's a game. It's your play, and you can play it however you like. You can be whoever you want. There's absolutely no boundaries. Boundaries and limits are only inside your mind. You are limitless. You can create, you can co-create. You will start to understand why all the sacred writings is saying that we were created by the look of God. That means that the God is not looks like us, like this body. It's the conscious of God, the conscious of the Creator. God is creating. The godly energy is a creative energy which creates everything you can see. And you were created in His image, meaning that you also can create wherever you want, however you want, and you can create the world you would love to live in. If it will be a world of suffering, you can create it and live in suffering. If it will be the world of love, you can create the world of love and live in harmony and love. And once your mind stops all this constant questioning of why, what, how, and when, and what for, you are taken to a dimension of light and love. This light and love is infinite, and you understand that you are home. You understand that you get home, and it's beautiful. On my first ceremony, I was taken through this multi-dimensional universe. There's so many different dimensions, and when you see a painting of some artist and you look at it and you think, where did he get this from? Probably his soul, maybe in a dream or maybe in some altered state of awareness, also flew in such a dimension, and he creates this painting from his memory of his travel to that dimension. Also, the same with the music. So much information is contained in the sound. So much information is contained in songs, in music. And once you're in the experience, you can start to understand how the artists create music, where they get the notes from, how the songs flow into them. On one of my ceremonies, my voice opened up so much. I was singing like an opera singer, and I'm really bad singer. I have zero hearing, but on that ceremony, that was something unbelievable. The capacity to hear the music, the capacity to understand the music, all of a sudden was downloaded to me, and I could understand, and I could actually reproduce with my voice the music I heard in my head. There was also a ceremony when shaman came to me and he said, I got a message and I will download a new DNA to you right now. So he blowed something in my forehead, and all of a sudden I started to see all this sacred geometry, the flower of life, all these triangles, and I was being explained everything, but everything was happening so fast. I was trying so hard to remember something that I totally forgot everything in the end, of course. But I still have this somewhere encoded in my DNA. I still have this knowledge. So when the time gonna be right, it all will come up automatically to me. And after that ceremony, my whole physical body changed. I couldn't eat meat, I couldn't eat fish, I couldn't drink alcohol. My body started to be lighter, my body started to be thinner. And that's how I am right now. And I can eat wherever I want, in any amount I want. I can eat before sleep, right after I wake up, during the sleep if you want. And I will still be the same because something changed. Something inside of my physical body changed, and that was a true miracle. Another beautiful things you can do during the works is you can travel not only through dimensions, you can travel through time. You can go into your past lives. You can see whom your soul was in the previous life, in the previous incarnations. I saw myself being a shaman. That's why I have so much knowledge about the energy work, about the healing other people, about alternative medicines, because I was already doing that in the past life. I know how to work with the feather. I have this all intuitively embroidered in my DNA, into my soul's memory, because I was already living this life. I saw myself being a soldier at war. I saw myself being a mom to my closest friend, because all souls were traveling in packs during the lifetimes. So everyone close to you right now, you for sure know from your previous incarnations. They all come with you to this lifetime as well. And what is interesting about how we are coming to this life, it's all already pre-scheduled before you come here. You're choosing your body, you're choosing your time of birth, you're choosing your family. So for those parents who are out there watching and feel responsible for your children, please know that your children chose you. So maybe it will help you to get rid of some of this heavy responsibility. Your children chose you as your parent, and your children decided that they want to be born in this particular family with these particular parents. So once we fill the soul contract, once we decide when, in which family we want to born, we also decide on the turning points. We do not have a pre-scheduled destiny. Our destiny we create by ourselves, but some stepping stones are already written down before you come in. For example, if it's meant for you to meet your soulmate, your twin flame, no matter the route you're gonna take, you're still gonna meet him or her. About the routes of life, for me it's like a GPS. If you're gonna get lost, GPS will still navigate you to the right direction. If again you're gonna turn somewhere to a different side, GPS will still gonna bring you to your final destination. So whenever you're gonna go, it may just take you longer, but you're still gonna be experiencing what you were meant to experience. The stepping stones will still be in your life for sure. Let's talk a little bit about the fears, because a big concern out there from people who want to try ayahuasca is that they will face their biggest fears. And for sure it is so. My second ceremony was completely about the fears. And I thought that the fears will be a physical fear. For example, if you're afraid of speed or height, maybe something like that will be shown to you. But for me, that was completely different. No spiders, no snakes, nothing like that. Or maybe I just not fearing that because I'm actually a very brave person. But the fears I was shown, they're more psychological fears, they're more emotional fears. For example, I was shown the fear of being famous. It was like a glass ceiling which I cannot go through. And this glass ceiling was hitting on my head and I couldn't break it through. So once you're in experience, you can play with it. You can literally start hitting on it. You can try to melt it. But once you're in experience, don't only observe, try to work with this, because that's why we call it works, because this is your healing process. This, you come there to do your inner work, your transformational work, the inner healing work on yourself. So once some fear comes, don't run from it. Go into it, experience it, live through it at that moment, no matter how scary it may feel. And then you're gonna come out relieved and without it, and your life will change, and your reality will start to change accordingly. So heal your heart. The ceremonies is a very good opportunities to heal your heart, to forgive, to feel compassionate, to feel grateful. This which ayahuasca gonna teach you. It will teach you love, that there is the answer to everything is only love. Love is the essential thing. Love is the only thing which exists and which matters. And love is where we need to go to. That's our destination. We need to open our hearts. This is what ayahuasca will help you, to open your heart, to forgive, to forget, to feel grateful. That's why your life will change. That's how it works. All the grudges you hold, all the grievances you hold will melt. You will work through it. It might be a very difficult process, but it's still possible. If you won't run from it, if you're gonna go into it, then you're gonna come out from a different side with the open heart, full of light and love, and with gratitude to all the surrounding world, to all the surrounding people, to all the reality, to God, to yourself. You will accept yourself, and you will accept everyone else in your life. Another interesting point I was shown is that our subconscious, I was shown my subconscious, how it runs my life. I saw myself as a big me, and then there is a little me, like, and my big self is playing with my small self like a puppet. Oh, look at you, you feel quite bored. Let's create some problems for you. Let's create some task you need to accomplish in the bank, for example. Or let's create this obstacle for you that you're gonna feel somehow occupied. Because once you're in experience, you realize that nothing makes sense. Absolutely nothing in here makes sense. And there's no such higher purpose. You are here to have fun. You are here to experience the life, to enjoy the life. Through you, God is experiencing life. God is experiencing His own creation. So that was a big lesson for me, because after I came out from the experience, I was completely lost. If nothing makes sense, what should I do here? And then when your ego comes to serve its purpose, because through your ego you can create desires and dreams and goals, and you can get occupied in this life, or you can meditate all your life and live in an ashram or somewhere in nature. It's up to you. You see, there is absolutely no right and wrong, no black and white, no evil and no good. Everything is so mixed and interconnected that only you have a right to label something. It's only in your mind, and it's only your attitude which decides is it good or bad for you. And no one, absolutely no one, is there to tell you what you should do, how you should do it. That's the freedom of choice. You can choose to live this life however you want to live it. But also, do not rush to the other side. Before you came here and you signed the soul contract, you also signed some lessons you are here to learn. So enjoy the process, go through your healing, go through these lessons, and in the end you will understand that, generally speaking, the only lesson we are here to learn is love, is to open our heart and learn how to love unconditionally. You will come to the point where you will understand that every situation, every obstacle, every human being in your life, everything which was on your path was teaching you one single lesson, is how to love, how to open your heart, and how to be an embodiment of love. I can talk about my experiences on the ceremonies on and on and on. So if you are interested, Please comment below that you would like to hear more about my experience, and if you like to hear more about the experience of other people, because I have plenty of friends who would love to share with you their own experiences of drinking sacred medicine. And if I will get comments from you that you would like to hear about that, I will shoot you another video where I'm gonna go into even more details, even more stories, even more experiences and lessons I learned from the sacred medicine. And for now, I wish you all a very joyful, pleasant week full of abundance, love and joy. With love and gratitude, your Lakshmi.